week for us in Atlanta with our first road win in conference play, first road win of the year. I thought defense came out as they have been every week and played really, really well. Got the ball back to the offense quickly, and offense responded and had a really quick start in the first quarter and really never looked back. Most complete game we've played all year in all three phases. Eliminated a lot of mistakes that we've been making. We need to continue on that trend, but all in all, was the most complete game, and was good to get a road win and get some confidence built up going into the stretch that we've got with two more road games with Lafayette coming up a week from Tuesday. So came out of it for the most part fairly healthy. We did lose one player for the season in Q Heath, backup linebacker and a starter on special teams. So hate to lose him, but for the most part, everybody else is healthy and moving forward, and we'll start getting ready for Lafayette.
Thank you, Coach. Our first questions this morning come from Jonesboro. Call up, identify yourself, and go ahead.
Hey, Coach, it's Matt Robertson with the Jonesboro Sun.
Hey, Matt.
Just first question on Freddie Knight and just your thoughts on how he played Saturday, obviously getting the Player of the Week award this week.
Well, I thought he eliminated some mistakes he'd made in the previous couple of weeks. That was probably his best game of the year, really, across the board in terms of decision making. Did not put the ball, in harm's way in terms of throwing the ball for him to be as accurate as he was, and could have very easily been 23 of 26. We had a couple of drops that kept him from being even having a better day than he did. But probably got one play that he would take back from him, or he made a ill-advised throw, and if that's all you can say after 80-something snaps or however many he took, then that's a pretty good day. But he's more and more comfortable each week. He's definitely explosive when he's running the ball, and I think he's throwing the ball better from the pocket and putting the ball on the hands even better now than he was earlier in the year. So I just think more and more he plays, the more comfortable he's going to get, the better he's going to be.
His production in the last 2 weeks has really gone up, and I guess you sort of mentioned his comfort. What do you attribute the last 2 weeks and his production rising like it has?
Well, I'd like to think that just the more reps he gets and the more he understands, where his outlets are, where he goes versus pressure, different coverage looks. There's really no way to – you can simulate all that in practice as much as you want, but it's not the same as a game. And so I think the more game time he gets, the better he's going to be. I do think he's benefited from Mike being in the game the last 2 weeks as well. It's starting to make the field a little bit bigger for defenses to defend. Dijon Pascal is playing better. Mike's back in the game plan. JD is healthy and playing faster. All those factors, I think, create issues for defensive coordinators to decide how they're going to defend us. And I think all that plays back into Freddie's hands a little bit, to a point where some of the looks and some of the grasp that he has to work with is better when you've got all those weapons at your disposal. If you can just defend a couple of guys, it's a different game, and we're trying our best to make him defend everybody, and that is helping Freddie. And then I do think he's more and more comfortable, and I think he will get better as he goes, because it'll be more second nature as opposed to having to think about everything.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Matt. Our next questions come from Luke Madison with RedWolfReport.com. Please go ahead, Luke.
Hey, Coach. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you and the family?
We're doing great, Hey, you touched a little bit on Michael Gordon. Do you feel he's back 100% full strength, full speed, or he maybe need this week off that you have to get there?
Well, I think he feels good. He missed some time, and I think there's always a little bit of an effect when you're not on the field, for 2 or 3 weeks in a row. He obviously is seeing the field really well and running the ball well. I think he'll get stronger as he goes. He's probably doesn't have all of his legs back. I think that comes with week by week, week to week, progress. But he definitely creates some problems for people, and it's great to have him back in the lineup. I don't think his body's not hurting like it was before. He was hurt from the beginning of the season. He was playing through it. and it got to a point where he couldn't do that anymore. He feels fine now. I just think it's working himself back into it. And if we can keep him healthy, I mean, there's no telling what he's going to be able to do throughout the season.
Right. With him having the type of game that he had Saturday, what were you able to do with your offense, you and Walt, with him having the production that he had?
Well, the last 2 weeks in a row, he's created explosive plays, and we're running the ball better than we have all year, which is it's moving in the right trend. I mean, we're moving at the right time, in the right direction. But again, it kind of goes back to what I was telling Matt. If you've got weapons on the outside, and then you've got both guys in the backfield that can create dynamic plays in the run game, and even I think they don't get a lot of credit, but even our tight ends are proven to be, integral parts of what we're doing. It really creates a really large, wide football field. You've got to determine how you want to defend that many guys that can be explosive. And so the better they all get, the better we're going to be offensively. And establishing the run game has always been a critical piece to us being effective. And having Mike back in the game plan has done, given us a big spark the last 2 weeks.
With no game Saturday night, game on Tuesday night next week, how will your planning and practices be this week, getting ready for a game next week?
Well, we'll take our typical Monday off like we're doing today. We'll get a short, real crisp practice in tomorrow, and then add an extra day on Wednesday. The guys will get Thursday off to rest and recover, and then we'll start on a normal game week on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday into the game. So it adds a day and a half probably worth of extra work towards Lafayette that you don't typically get, but we want to utilize the time to get healthy as well.
Okay. Final question. You mentioned Quinterio Heath. What exactly was that injury?
Wrist injury, similar to what Charleston Gurley went through, and he'll be down in Little Rock today to see the doctor. But all indications are that he'll need surgery probably tomorrow morning to repair, and would likely miss the rest of the season.
Okay. All right, Coach. Appreciate it.
Sure.